the hardest working podcast in Portland, Oregon, man.
Play
No.
game.
What's crack-a-lacking, y'all? It is Cartier Bob.
My name is Koss.
And I'm Arthur.
And we got another banger podcast. Boom, boom, explosions. Post-production, we'll get that in the future when we pay someone. So, welcome to the Play No Games podcast / show. I'm CB, and I'm gonna say, usually I would say like, yeah, everyone needs to like, comment, subscribe, all that other stuff. But like, y'all have actually been doing that. We are 3 whole bodies away from 100 subscribers. Woo! Like dead ass. I woke up on Monday. We had like 94. And it's Wednesday. It's at 97.
There you go.
Who the fuck is liking the show?
All the pogs.
So, if you want to support us, like, comment, subscribe. Maybe you might be our 100th subscriber.
Sure.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and
100 subscriber rapper got something for you.
whoa, niggas be. I mean, black people be tripping. I'll just say this. If y'all really want to help, $ Hero Bob, man, we can out here. We can support these OF people. You know, support me. You know, I'm gonna do a little more shaking for your mind. So,
Oh, Jesus.
whoa, men's rights.
You're not going to be
Anywho,
cost on the bridge, huh?
Anywho, we have our. Hey, yeah, cost. You know, we need some money, man. How about you shake some? Shake your money, make it.
I'd be scared Zion give me a call. If I get a little too big on there.
All right. Well, we have our oldest, funnest, best segment.
Interesting introduction.
It's-
Okay.
it is. It's our first. So is it our first created segment ever?
I don't know.
I don't
Why
know.
not? Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we just being haters today. All right.
This is the Play No Game segment. It could be positive, negative, informative. It could be anything you want it to be. All you have to say is I'm ready to play no games about this. And guess what? I'll go first. You know, I was ready today. You know, I came strapped up, ready today.
All right. On
you know,
mic.
Your boys in the news, Koss kind of brought him up already. He out here tapping in OnlyFans models and porn stars out here. He got them lined up. Your boy Zion. We talked about him a little bit last week, but he back in the news for another alleged lady he out here freaking on.
Yeah.
What y'all think about this? Mariah Miller or whatever her name is, something like that. And I guess her
Corn.
oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
her things have grown since the coming out on Zion.
You know, I'm gonna keep it honest. I'm gonna keep it 100% honest. Great business decision on Mariah. She's like, you know what? We gotta press these. We gotta press these niggas. I was like, your life's in shambles. Let's just add more fuel to the fire. Twist the knife. The receipts do say you gonna give me this car. There was no car. I'm gonna ask about those things.
She gonna earn that car real quick.
She doesn't need the car.
I already know.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. Now I don't know if you guys saw Zion is now linked to a bunch of trades.
Yeah, I seen that
People,
too.
one of unfortunately the Blazers are in that talk.
Yeah, of course.
But one of the ones I saw was Houston,
oh
and
my
then everyone's
God.
like, "You cannot let this man go to Houston." Specifically, and then they're like, Zion and Ime Udoka in the same locker room is going to be a
Bro.
jungle. So
Oh Jesus.
yeah, I don't know.
Just think of those pep talks, those TNT sidelines.
Oh,
All
no.
right, left jiggle, right jiggle. I got you. Computer ass. Some ridiculous. Like he be like, if you get this bucket, you can suck. I got these titties. I got these Latin titties waiting for you.
Jesus.
Come on,
She in the locker room right now.
bro. bro, the half times
Oh,
for the players. Whoa. Wait, is King of Diamonds in Houston?
oh, that's not Atlanta.
Oh, it's okay.
No, Blue Flames in Atlanta.
Okay, dang. I don't be in the strip clubs. I'm faithful. Anywho, y'all see?
I'm not sure which one is in
Yeah, I don't know.
Houston.
Well, I'm just saying
I don't
that's
keep
a
up.
great sponsor because y'all know how the courts have like the logos. Stripper Hill for the Houston Rockets.
I mean,
Damn. And then
so-
James Harden too, Mike, going there, dude. It's a
you want to talk about that with the games?
it's gonna be like so I guess the Raiders stadium, or no, Florida Marlins Stadium for baseball. There's a strip club in the stadium, like behind
in Miami?
the pitchers. Yeah, behind the pitchers, like warm up bullpen area. There's
Yeah.
like a whole strip club.
Really?
But it's a way to distract them. So like someone I know he pitches in the major leagues and he talks about it all the time. He's like, I love going to Florida because he's like, there's a strip club right there next to the in the stadium, and he's
Baseball's
like,
crazy.
But a lot of the times, like they be trying to distract pitchers and get him out of
Yeah.
the game because it's 90% mental. So it's like
That's
if he
fair.
out of his game coming in, he ain't gonna pitch well.
That's fair.
So it's like Vegas is there's like it's similar. There's something similar in Vegas, but in Miami there's a strip club. So that's pretty crazy.
That team ain't winning any games. That's great.
Robert, what you playing no games with?
I was actually prepared this time. I have like half of a play note. I have two parts. One will be quick. The other one will be my real what I'm playing no games about. So what I'm playing no games about really quickly is y'all remember like it was like a couple episodes ago I was talking about how like we gotta leave the immigrants alone.
Yeah.
And how in Florida was like, all right, we gonna fuck around and find out. They fucked around and they found out. The immigrants, the people who work on like the houses and like the fields are gone. And like literally like the aftermath of like you got these farmers being like, we don't know what we're gonna do with these crops. What you gonna do now? And literally, I was just like, man, the power of like we don't understand when we go from farm to home, like how many people touch our food. And like now these people are like DeSantis this, and I'm not gonna get too political, but I just find it very interesting now that they're like they have like these town hall meetings. They're like, this bill has no teeth. Like, it doesn't matter. So you want me to risk my life and I might get thrown in jail for picking strawberries or working on this fucking house. And we just see like the backbone of our society when it comes to labor and immigrants. So just wanted to say that. But what I'm really playing no games about is I want to see if y'all some smart people.
Oh no.
All right.
Here we go. One of these things again.
You goddamn right. I'm just curious. Are y'all smarter than a fifth grader?
Here we go.
All right. I'll be nice. You have to name one of the top 5 world's most valuable media franchises. If you get any of the top 5, y'all smarter than the fifth grader.
Can I go? Disney.
You gotta say a brand of Disney.
Oh wait, a brand of Disney?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be like
the world's
Comcast?
the world's most valuable media franchise.
Oh, you're talking
NBC?
franchise. Oh,
That's it?
Marvel.
I just gave it away. No, it's not one of them.
NBC?
That's definitely not one of them.
Like, is it like that or like a
It's a
Franchise.
Star
Oh.
Wars?
Grand Theft Auto.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
That's number 5. That's a top 5 out of the
ESPN?
no.
Media franchises.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's Star Trek, Star Wars.
Star Wars is number 5.
Fast and Furious.
Hell no.
No?
The
It's
Rock
not
is
that
coming
one?
back. No.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Jurassic Park.
Okay. We'll slow it down. A lot of these things were in our childhood. It's a top 5. You got one.
Oh my god.
Lord of the
Oh,
Rings.
No.
Oh my god. What is it called?
No, but on the list.
Is it a video game or just movies?
Ooh, it's a media franchise. So
Oh,
that-
Super Mario.
Actually, not even in the top 5. All right, I'll give y'all one. I'll give you one to help y'all. Hello Kitty is number 2.
Huh?
Oh, okay.
Does that open you up now?
It opens me up.
Pause.
Pause.
Wait, what?
Yes. And this
So like what? Like Dragon Ball Z? Like
there actually is a top number 1 that is an anime.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Naruto?
And it makes sense. No,
One Piece.
I would want it to be.
I don't know.
All right. Last guess before I.
No, wait. Is this just value? Like most valuable?
Most valuable.
So it's
After this, I'm going.
go ahead.
I want to be the very
Pokemon.
best that no one ever was.
That makes sense. Okay.
Pokemon, Hello Kitty, Winnie the Pooh, Mickey Mouse and his friends.
So
Not all
that's
of
what I was
Disney,
thinking
just
of.
That.
Just Mickey Mouse.
And then
Mouse.
Star Wars number 5.
Really?
Star Wars is number 5. And this comes from Kevin Durant. Hey, you should be on a podcast, KD. You know what I'm saying? The Boardroom.
What?
Yeah.
I get it. They all are media, but also they sell merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The reason why I wanted to bring that up here is just like, I could see why Pokemon
They make a lot of money.
is the ultimate franchise of all human
They have
history.
everything covered.
Everything.
Games, clothing, movies,
Food.
TV, food, you name
Yeah.
it. You name it. They have it.
The Tommy Bahama of entertainment.
Over my head. I'm not even gonna fake like I know that. I'm not even gonna fake like I know that. I just find that very interesting because like I just like grew up with Pokemon, and I don't know if y'all remember, like I think they just retired Ash Ketchum. Like
Really?
he's been in the series for like 20 years.
Did he
he's
retire?
done.
Because he won finally?
In quotations.
No quotations.
Um,
Took him 20 years or something.
I
I
wonder
have
how old he was then, because
He never aged, quote unquote. The reason why I want to play no games about that is just like the opportunity for like the things that you love. Cause like if you look at the guy who created Pokemon, he was like, I want to go catch bugs. Like he like literally, I don't think he even dreamt that Pokemon would ever be this big. And just like the power of just, like dreams and
I forgot they even have
manifestation.
an app, yo. They got an app.
Pokemon Go.
Oh, Pokemon Go is crazy.
Pokemon Go to the polls.
Wait, that's how we get Zion to Wait a second. There's like a Pokemon that like really like is like gets real crazy. It's like Jinx and like Gardevoir. It's
Yeah.
very like sexualized.
The dark,
Very
the dark
thick.
one.
Whoa, what you catching? Anyway, that's what I'm
That's
playing no
funny.
games about. Manifestation. You never know the things that you truly love.
So can I just add some context to
Yes.
Please, Dragon.
Fat Dragon.
That franchise? That's a cumulative amount since the franchise began. So Winnie the Pooh is from 1924 to now, which is 99 years. Pokemon is only about 16 years, something like that.
Like 20
17
years?
No.
Like 90s.
Is it 20? My math is way off there.
And the Fat Dragon is losing it.
Ugh. But yeah, so it's just from whenever the franchise began to now, which is why Hello Kitty, which began in 1974 till now, is number 2.
Very cool.
I appreciate that.
Sorry.
But that's why I'm playing no games out. Manifestation. Do what you love because you can create it to be a beautiful thing.
Very cool.
Toss, it's on you.
Okay. When I'm playing no games about, I am playing no games. Robert hates when we go into sports talk, but
Sports podcast, sportcast.
playing no games about Nikola Jokic.
Okay.
My man.
I figured this is where you.
It's like duh. I have to go there. So Nikola Jokic was born 3 hours away from where I was born.
Dead ass?
Dead ass.
Dead ass?
Dead ass.
That's crazy. Okay.
Like from Romania to Serbia, I looked his city, my city. It's a 3-hour drive.
That's crazy.
We're like 3 years apart in age.
Really?
So for me, it's like, you know what, man? That's my guy.
You look like his cousin.
Or his brother.
His brother. Why was you not celebrating with him?
Didn't get the invite, but
Damn.
for a kid from Eastern Europe, from the communist bloc, I hold up pride for Oh, good old Nicola. I'm happy. Yeah.
You look like you about to cry. You good?
No, I'm good. I got something in my eye.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I do have this question. I've never asked you exclusively on or off the show about like being back home because that's big. Like we'll talk about Joker
Okay.
in a second.
Yeah.
I'm just curious, like, what is it like? Because like you are an immigrant.
Yeah.
Like, you
Oh,
know,
we could do a whole podcast about
we
that. if you
have
want.
to. We have to. I'm
I
just
could
curious.
get a bunch of like of my dad's communist stories if you want.
Oh, that would be a show.
Like I could, yeah. But what is it like being back home?
What's it like being back home, and what does that mean? Because we won't. Well, I won't. Actually, I'm not going to say that. We will interview the Joker one day. So winning
Yeah.
a championship, what does that mean for an immigrant like that?
To be honest, man, for him, like I was not surprised that his celebration was him just being like, "Yeah, I just want to go home." Like I don't know. To him, the NBA is. I'm sure he loves basketball, but to him, it's still like it's a job at the end of the day. Versus like his horses, as everyone say, his horses. You know, that's his hobby. That's what he loves, and it's what he enjoys. So I don't know. I wasn't surprised that he was kind of like, "Oh yeah, I just want to go home." And for him to be back home, it's huge, man. It's huge, especially for like the small town he's from. It's a very small town. Belgrade itself, the capital, is not that big. It's maybe like 3 million, 2 million. So just to produce that type of talent and then be proud of where you come from, it means a lot. Especially like, I don't know, especially if you ask Americans, like, hey, can you point to Serbia on a map? Can you point to Romania on a map? They're probably not going to know where it is, and that's fine. Our educational system doesn't teach that. But anyways, it's big, and it's going to be celebrated that way. Same like this past weekend too. Novak Djokovic.
Oh yeah, he passed the tennis,
Nadal.
Yeah, tennis champion.
Novak Djokovic, also Serbian from Belgrade, is now the all-time leading winner of majors in tennis. He's the GOAT. Both from Serbia. Those fucking Serbians. There's a bit of jealousy there, but no, it's all good.
I think it's pretty dope to see because they showed a picture of Murray and Jokic when they played in the international game versus it was like their rookie year or something like that, or before their rookie year. And it's crazy to see like them on the same team then, and it's like Canada, Serbia, and then you have this like huge wave of immigration into the league, and it's just taking over. Like from the Greek Freak to some people that you can't even name. The dude from France who's here now and who's probably gonna have a successful years. Like it's just
Winnebago.
Victor Wembanyama.
There we go.
That one. Yeah. I didn't want to. Hey, I ain't butchering it. I'm not gonna butcher it, but it's just this.
Joel
huge,
Embiid is an immigrant too.
Yeah, this huge transition to just foreign players, and it used to be, just strictly this, and I think it's made the game so beautiful, so big. I have a friend who's now working with a lot of young talent coming from Ethiopia and Eritrea, and he does these camps. He used to go out there and do the camps. Now they actually came to Denver, I think, this year and put on a camp in the United States. So it's like the growth in talent and opportunity for people to not only coach around the world but bring talent from around the world has been crazy, phenomenal.
No, it's really sick. And like I remember one thing when I was in Germany too, like I was in Berlin, huge basketball arena. They had the Mercedes-Benz arena there, a lot of support. Like you wouldn't really think like Western Europe big into basketball culture, Germany specifically, but no, they're a lot of like people wearing the Berlin jerseys and whatnot. So it's cool to see the game grow that way, becoming almost more soccer like. Where now you see internationally growing. I think the next step would be like, there's going to be other leagues. Maybe the NBA, has some competition. I'm not saying like, in the next 5 years, but maybe in the next 15, 20 years.
Absolutely. I have to agree with that.
Maybe guys prefer to go play in Barcelona or in Milan or something like that.
I mean, even when you think of the African Basketball Association, when they like begin to kind of broadcast that when J. Cole went and played in it, like that was, I think, a turning point for people to realize like, basketball is really all around the world. Yeah. And being able to get this market to blow up this big is, man, whatever the NBA did was amazing. Like,
last thing I want to talk basketball wise, also the summer is the FIBA World Cup.
Yeah,
Basketball
absolutely.
World Cup. in the Philippines. Also, basketball crazy country in the Philippines, Japan, and Indonesia. I think they're all three co-hosting it. So for anyone listening, highly recommend watching the FIBA World Cup. I think it's better than the Olympics. Everyone loves watching the Olympics.
Me too.
It's going to be a lot of young guys, I think, from the U.S. team. Jokic are playing it. Doncic is playing it. Luka's been in Slovenia since the end of the season, practicing with the team. So I think it'll be a fun watch. I think it starts around like August or July.
Yeah, I think one thing I do want to mention before we switch it up is, if I'm being honest, like, the marketing of what this championship means, that Joker wanted is, all the fat people around the world. I've seen that shirt when he had his shirt off. I used to have titties. So I'll just say this. All y'all big kids out there, we can do it. We just got to have finesse and flat feet. The flat feet helps us with, with the pivoting, because the people with the arches, too much on the turn. Hey, I remember being that fat kid, and I'm a Portland legend stopper. So it's good to see a Serbian stopper really do it for us. Now, my titties have changed. His is different. His is there. So all I got to say is that championship means so much for us out of shape people. How does Charles say it? The big people from Texas, the big women with the churros, right?
San Antonio.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah, get them on the court.
All it takes is being like 7 feet tall, and
that's how we change WNBA. Boom.
What? What?
Boom.
So speaking of WNBA, make sure you guys go watch. Their season has started. It's phenomenal basketball. Yeah, a lot of young talent, a lot of old talent. Great basketball. Support. Just
shout out to Sabrina Ionescu.
Just as much as we talk about NBA, we need to be talking about WNBA too. So I definitely want to put that out there and promote that too as well.
Did you see what Megan Rapinoe said about Sue Bird's jersey retirement? Sorry to put the WNBA down after. But that was. You saw that?
Huh? Go watch women basketball.
Yeah, go watch WNBA. Maybe just don't.
We're not
talk like Megan Rapinoe.
I mean, it goes to the point of like what Candace Parker was saying. It's her first time ever having her own locker room and locker space in her like 13, 14 years of playing in the NBA or WNBA. Like,
yeah, no, the league's growing definitely. And have you guys seen that Bring WNBA to Portland?
Yep.
Banner?
Yep.
Going up.
Portland Fire coming back.
Portland Fire.
Portland Fire coming back.
Hey, we got to get the Portland trades correct before we add a whole nother franchise.
Would you support the Portland Fire? You're going to be a hater of them too.
No. Wait a second.
Like you're a Blazer hater.
Okay, great. We need context, because if I say I don't watch WNBA, I'll be on the next thing smoking. So I don't support the Trailblazers because y'all robbed me of a childhood season finale of a TV show. Yes. Have I watched it now? But I didn't get to watch the premiere airing. And you know what? You want to know why? Because you fucking Blazers stopped the max. I know. Weird, Robert. Why would you fucking hold a grudge that long? Because Portland fans are fucking obnoxious. We're going to the championship.
We're pretty obnoxious. I'm not going to lie. We're pretty obnoxious. If you're ever on Portland Trailblazer Twitter, it's a cesspool.
So that's neither here nor there. But yes.
But yes, you would support a Portland WNBA team?
Yes.
Unless they stop the max again for you?
Oh, shit. There's a lot of things stopping the max. Houselessness. But yes, I would support. I will say this, because I was being funny, everyone. So I just want to make sure, because I'll get clipped one day being funny. One thing I will say, because we've been talking about the show a lot when it comes to how to improve the WNBA. I've been seeing a lot more marketing with the WNBA with a lot of sponsors, and I've actually been like, oh, who is this player? What's this player's narrative? And I actually like that, because for a casual, that makes me like, all right, let me just check in, because this person's clearly being marketed a lot.
Yeah.
So I would say, well, we've talked about how the ad dollars have to go into telling these players' stories, or like I know a little bit more, where I'll be honest, where I really didn't, where I'm like, all right, whatever. But I think they're finally doing what we've all, and everyone's been like talking about, like, what's the story behind these women?
Mm-hmm.
So,
go ahead, start us off.
Do you want to save your topic for last? I can go with the first topic. I think mine is light. I think mine makes sense to go first.
Mine's more serious.
RJ's is in the middle. So hey, you guys know that Netflix changed their whole thing about
Fuck.
password sharing.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Oh
Yeah.
you know, imagine the business they're gonna lose, right? Wrong. The opposite. Let me read this article real quick. The mass Netflix exodus hasn't happened. Actually, it's the opposite. Since looks like from May 25th to May 28th, there was a 102% increase in new Netflix users. So Netflix was right, man. They said, you know what? We'll join the dark side. We'll force you to make a new password so you're not password sharing. And if you don't want to, that's fine. And they expected a bigger backlash, but in the end, actually, people were like, "All right, I'll bend the knee to Netflix and pay the extra $8 for an additional account."
That's interesting.
Do you actually believe that?
What?
Do you believe that?
Those stats?
Yes.
From
From Netflix?
those aren't from Netflix.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I actually.
You think that's a lie?
I think that's a lie.
Maybe
think
the fact dragon can help us out
fact dragon.
to figure out where those stats
Yeah,
come from.
where do those stats come from?
I pulled it from I pulled it from a Forbes article. So maybe that'll
fuck
help.
Forbes. Forbes don't think Boosie's rich.
Boosie's not.
That's funny.
That's funny. That's funny.
I'm so sorry. Sorry.
Don't get on that guy's bad side, man.
I recently, hey, I'm gonna call Charleston White. He that's the only person to stop Boosie. Okay. I know how to stop him. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking summon Charleston White to your live. What you gonna do now? Anywho,
That's funny.
Okay, serious note. I actually think because I think I'm trying to do a better job of like once again, I definitely don't think it's total too much of a crash, but I actually think those numbers are like it's just like
You
the
think they're cooking the
media.
books?
Yes.
They could be, but I also don't. I believe it. I think you have elastic demand and you have inelastic demand.
Oh, I don't know.
Basic business BA 101, baby. When you go to college, elastic demand. It's elastic. It can move and it can stretch. So your demand level for it isn't that great. If price increases, you may not buy it. Inelastic demand doesn't matter if the price increases. You're still gonna buy it.
Jordans.
Like Jordans, medicine is the best example. Whatever the price you're gonna pay for that medicine. I think Netflix, for most people, is an elastic demand because, hey, I already cut cable. I don't like these other services. Netflix is my favorite. Fine, I'll pay an additional $8 so that like I can log into my buddy's account.
That's interesting. Oh, that's interesting though. That's just so interesting to me though. To think that people still can't share. Like I don't know how that process works because I have my own Netflix account.
So the way it works is like if let's say so you have a Netflix account on one TV in your house. Let's say you had another TV in your house. You could use the same account because it's one house. It's the location is the same. But if you had a Netflix account, let's say your brother was using your Netflix account but in like a different location, aka his house, it would not let him. So it has to be like location based. So if it's in the same home, it's okay.
So what if I like? Oh, because I noticed they cut it off on my phone.
It
Like I can't cast it from my phone anymore to the TV.
Oh, that I don't know.
But I think
And there's also there's a travel mode. If you go, you can put it into travel mode for 30 days. So if you go on vacation, you can log into another one. But then you're maxed out at 30 days. And then when you come back, you have to turn it off of vacation mode. Otherwise, it'll log you out again. Yeah, it's so convoluted and so stupid. Actually, funny. Did you guys see they're opening a Netflix restaurant?
Fuck off.
And all the comments were like, "Man, are we not going to be able to split the bill either?" All the comments I saw.
That's hilarious.
All right, let's keep it a band. What are we really watching on Netflix? Come on.
Netflix low key sucks.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Let's keep it a real band. We talking about elastic and
I don't know.
and
I don't know the last
electricity.
show I watched on Netflix. I was watching.
It's like the normie shows, dude. It's the stuff people like in the background while they fold clothes.
Truly. Yeah,
That's
like
what
I
Netflix
watched,
is
like,
for.
The cooking show, the barbecue.
See, okay, what streaming service is really popping? What's talking about?
I think Max is pretty good, even though
I haven't fucked with Max.
the name change is bad,
I don't
but
have
Max
it.
is good.
I don't have it.
If you want documentaries, if you want HBO, all the good shit, I like Max a lot.
I hear Paramount is pretty good. It has a lot of our childhood shows.
I'm the opposite. I hate Paramount Plus.
Oh,
I just it's
I don't have it.
I only own it for Champions League soccer because they own all the rights to it. But outside of that, I don't watch anything on there.
Shout out YouTube TV, because that's the only streaming service
I heard it, yeah,
allegedly I
YouTube
paid for.
YouTube TV's good.
Huh?
YouTube TV's good.
Yeah, it's really good. Discount. I'm not gonna lie, I fuck with Hulu.
See, I've never had Hulu.
Not
but,
Hulu,
but
Amazon.
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime. They be
I
having some
don't-
good.
I mean, if you
I
have
fuck with them, but I don't because they make you pay for everything that you already pay for, bro. I pay Prime.
Yeah.
Bro. You gonna make me pay for all this
yeah,
shit
that's the
again?
thing. It's like Amazon Prime is cool because you already have it because everyone has Amazon Prime already or Amazon Prime Video. But strictly as like if you were to pay for Amazon Prime Video, I don't think you would.
I paid for it, and
But you also have Amazon Prime, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Well, that's what you're really paying for.
But then you gotta pay for everything. Like, I'm like, bro, like what the hell?
Yeah.
It don't make no damn sense.
I
Like,
know people give Peacock shit.
figure
I
it
kinda
out. I like Peacock.
Wait a
I
second.
got it on my phone.
Wait a second. Peacock has changed my life.
I like
It
Peacock.
used to like people give it a lot of shit for. So I get it free from like my parents' cable, pretty much.
I get it free. Yep.
Because if you have Xfinity, you get it for free.
Yep.
Shout out to the plug. You know who you are.
Peacock's not bad.
I like it. I like it.
All-
They got everything.
Premier League Soccer's on there too.
They got a lot of live TV stuff too.
Yeah.
I mean, it might show it like a day after, but it's like, I mean, who watches it actually live now?
Yeah. Ooh, the one I'm still on the fence on. Apple TV. There's two shows that are good on Apple TV.
Ted motherfucking Lasso.
Ted Lasso and Severance. And Ted just ended. Shit.
So I actually
Doctors in.
found who apparently did the analytics for it, and it was a company
Joe
called
Biden.
Antenna. Yeah. And they're saying that actually cancellations are also up,
What?
What?
Let's fucking go.
and this is only during a 2-day period
Oh.
Uh-huh.
that it's spiked up.
Yeah.
So
I knew them niggas was lying.
difference
Well-
between the two cancellations and new subscribers is about 25%. More new subscribers than cancellations,
There you
but
go.
still a pretty big spike in cancellations.
That's
Also,
interesting.
Agreed to
I
disagree.
cannot find on their own site their methodology for getting the numbers or really anything about how they get the numbers. So I don't know if that's a mobile site issue
That's
or
fair.
what.
So this is your
Thank you,
very
Andrew.
first. Yeah, thank you. This is your very first time watching the show. We actually we do facts, no feelings a lot, but we actually fact checked our stuff. So that was our fact dragon. You hear him from time to time. So shout out.
Shout out.
Actually, shameless plug time. Andrew's connected to the Backseat Critics.
Great movie review podcast.
And the movie review podcast.
wait. Do that again.
The movie review podcast.
That's their fucking drop.
That's their intro.
Yeah, exactly. That was pretty good. They need to get you on the vocals.
That shit was, it was funny.
So, just wanted to do a shout out for them. They help us a lot. But when they're not doing the Backseat Critics, they are in the rafters, causing up in a storm. So, if you like our video, all their stuff is in our subscription at the bottom. So please like and follow the Backseat Critics as well.
Sick. Arthur,
Am I
go
next?
ahead.
Am I next?
You are next.
Ooh, everybody heard of the show Abbott Elementary, right? So
Heard of it.
oh, there it is. So someone, your boy James Tyler, I think his name is Tyler James. What is it? Is it Tyler James? Tyler James, yeah. So
Yeah.
someone came out and
Wait.
What about this hole in the wall
God,
here?
fuck off.
We're talking about 4 or 5 feet in length, 3 feet in height. We got a professional here. We just want to know what your opinion is. Would this help with productivity and just overall production?
Might be a little more efficient. I don't know.
Thank you.
That's good. That's funny.
So for context, 1 second, AJ. So once again, we're in our new season, a lot of new stuff coming out, a lot of new content for the show. But if you're a real follower and subscriber, the backseat critics have been trying to place. They've been trying to do construction at a private studio. So that's where that ad lib is
Unfortunately, they
coming
don't own
from.
the studio, so
Yeah.
and the landlord is not in favor of putting a hole in the wall.
Man, I'm the Black Scrooge.
So we'll see. Maybe one day. Maybe with a riot.
Maybe one day we'll move again.
So your boy Tyler James from Abbott Elementary, someone had made a comment about how he dresses and his style, and I'm just gonna kind of read through some of these, and then I'm gonna talk to y'all about it. It says being straight doesn't look one way, being gay doesn't look one way, and that was one of the things. And so someone was like, got a very slightly fruity bisexual undertone from Tyler James Williams, like, and so I'm not gonna dive through all of his comments, but he talked about how his response to it was like overanalyzing someone's behavior in an attempt to catch them directly contributes to anxiety, and a lot of queer questioning people feel they fear living in their truth. He said it makes the most pedestrians of conversation and interaction spaces feel less safe for our gay brothers and sisters and those who may be questioning. And he talked about how he wasn't gay, but he hated the fact that he got targeted for being gay because of he's being who he is. So what do y'all think about kind of the conversation and what he's talking about and this projection on people on being a part of this community that they might not even be a part of?
I'll go first. In this whole like new age of like it's just like a paradox of like we want men to do this, we want men to open up, when I feel like in this age of like men trying to break the mold of what being a man is, it's always questioned. Where like I don't know how many times in a day I get inundated of, if you're a guy and you own a cat, that's gay. If you have soup, that's gay. And I'm like, if you eat a hot dog, you're gay. And like it's almost kind of like, and I'll be honest, I did grow up in an era where we said the F word a lot. And I think over time we learned that, all right, this was, a misappropriating thing where we kind of harmed and hurt people with that. Where like I feel like with education we understood like, hey, how we're saying this is really like ostracizing men who are actually, like butt stuff. So like, all right, we know they do like butt stuff. So do they not like butt stuff?
Maybe they don't. I don't know.
Oh, hey,
I don't know.
Fair enough.
I just read it in the book. Anywho, so all I'm saying is, I'm just being serious. All I'm saying is, it's like, I know I mentioned this in our prior episode, but like, I really loved the show Invincible for the very first whatever, because the main character's best friend was a gay guy and it wasn't a big thing. And that's how I know I would treat, someone who identifies as being a man and gay. And it's like, it's nothing. It's like, all right, you just like clapping other niggas' cheeks. So that's all I'm saying. I think the thing is, it's kind of like, I think we have to remove that part of sexuality from masculinity. And that's the problem with a lot of this stuff. We're like, I can go further, but I feel like we have to like separate the two, the sexuality and the masculinity part of it.
Yeah. I don't know how he dresses, but I do think it's interesting that people felt the need to like come out and say that. I feel like, I don't know, like in today's world, like how out there do you have to dress for people to like have that feeling? I feel like especially like style and all that has kind of come forward in a way where it's like, what really sticks out anymore to be like, oh yeah, that guy dresses gay. I don't know. That's my opinion. This makes me think though a little bit for some reason of the Jeff Molina situation. You guys know who Jeff Molina is? UFC fighter. was no one knew he was bisexual. But then a video got leaked of him performing oral acts on another man. And that's pretty much, he's like, oh, hey guys, well, looks like the secret's out. And that's how he pretty much came out, kind of the world and the media kind of forced his hand on that. So I feel that, and the reason I compare the two is because Jeff Molina was forced to come out because of media, because that video leaked, and then people were like, bro, this guy's gay, what the fuck, like all this stuff. And then it almost feels like the media again trying to hunt, like, man, is this guy gay too? Like, that type of, like, trying to almost out people who are in the closet.
And that's what he talked about in his comments, and he's talking about like the anxiety that some of these people are already dealing with. And for you to point people and pull people out of the closet and say like you are gay can bring more anxiety and cause people in this world to do harm to themselves possibly. And so he's like, and how I feel is like we've taken a line and drawn in the sand as like you're either this side or that side, and there's nothing in between. Like, and it's like, why can't we just worry about ourselves and not other people? And if you rock in that community, you rock in that community. And if you don't, you don't. And, that's for here or there. And for me, it reminds me of like his comments towards, it reminds me of rugby. Like there's a Portland team called the Lumberjacks, and they're mostly gay men who play on this team. And, like people in the community know about them, and people outside the community might not know, but it's like, rugby is a place where if you're on the field, you're on my team. And it doesn't matter if you like who you like, who you don't, whatever, like you're on my team, it's time to go. If you're gonna make a tackle, like I'm gonna make a tackle, it don't matter who you are, what you do, we're gonna go party after and we're gonna celebrate. And it's like that real sense of like community and openness and being able to just express yourself however you may express yourself. And I think if our society looked at things a lot differently and more open, you wouldn't have questions like this on questioning somebody and who they are and what they do and their perspective of what it is. And I think we have to take ourselves out of the picture and just allow people to be. Like whatever you do in your world is whatever you do. Like I don't need to 100%. Be in your world anymore and trying to figure out if you like this person or that person, or you doing this and doing that. So
yeah, it's a level of tolerance that I don't know. And this is just an open thought from what you were saying. Like I always find it very interesting that people are very involved in figuring out what people are, like sexuality, like this person's dating who is, and things like that. We're like, I know we do on here to help y'all learn how to navigate the most important thing on this planet, having healthy relationships, platonically, romantically. Like that's why we dissect the shit. But I feel like a lot of people figure out the stuff to like to weaponize it. We're like, I'll be honest with y'all, and this is like open-ended. I know there's not a right or wrong question with it. We're like, I've always thought we're like, once someone's like, oh, this person is like gay or homosexual, and it's used as a weapon. We're like, oh, you ain't gonna like kiss me? Oh, you gay. Like, there's a lot of stuff where I'm just kind of like, there's a lot of rhetoric where we want to be accepting of people of their identities, but it's also used as a put down.
Yeah.
And it's just like very interesting to me of like the same people who are championing certain things will use that significantly against. So, I would just say that's one of the things that I've like, super duper like was like concerned about, or I shouldn't say concerned about, was like curious about. So, but I don't know how y'all feel, because I could sometimes see I don't want to say hypocrisy, but I've always like noticed that where I'm like, oh, you're doing that, oh, that makes you that.
Maybe it just takes like Pete Davidson dating a dude, huh? That's the Band-Aid for everything, right?
Absolutely. But he also brought up like to me, it was like a really good point in the end. And it's like, he talked about how like what may seem harmless in the process of trying to figure out someone could also be a dangerous message for those who are struggling with real issues.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I think that's a huge thing to even bring up. And bring into the conversation of like, we never know what people are struggling with when it comes to personal life, physically, sexually, whatever the case may be, and to begin to target them through media in different aspects. Like I was saying, like the fact, like the things that could affect this person later on.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just brought that up because I thought it was pretty dope and pretty interesting, like perspective to have, especially for someone who who's really showing his. We talked about ally and the feminist aspect, but I think this is the perfect way as a heteronormative male to show your allyship, saying like, let's stop pointing the finger and trying to prove somebody wrong and just allow people to be. So
Yeah, just be regular. Like it is what
people are people.
It's being regular. I was like, all right, cool.
No, people are people.
So
it's on you.
We'll close out tonight with something that's really near and dear to the heart.
Your friend.
Your thing in the streets.
Yes. What? I'm cutting that. I don't know what's going on.
Your best friend.
What best friend? Oh yeah. So I'm gonna play a clip. It'll probably be somewhere right here, but there's this dating guru person named Derrick Jaxn.
Oh, is that what you showed me?
Yeah.
Okay.
And because today was such a showcase day where we were bringing our best selves, I definitely want to talk about how the manipulation of the heart. I feel like when people take up the mantle of being a relationship counselor, being a relationship guru, I feel like that takes you gotta have a lot of integrity. And I take up the moniker of do no harm, like the doctors do, because I feel like if you're truly trying to help someone establish a relationships, then you should have that kind of care. So there's this guy, his name is Derrick Jaxn. He was always like talking about like men need to do this, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And come to find out, he was actually a
Sucker.
And I have this clip for you guys, and it's about how he got out of his relationship with his wife. Eventually, no, he divorced his wife, and some of the stuff that she endured. And I want you guys to kind of hear what goes on from people who are telling people you have to do a certain thing. So I want to play this for everybody.
I became a shell of myself. I didn't know who I was. I actually have a couple posts on my page where I have a post that says, I knew her body better than I knew my own.
Stop. Let that sit there. You said you knew another woman's body better than you knew your own.
Yes, several women. I knew several other women's bodies better than I knew my own, and I spent a lot of time. Like I went in such a deep hole where I was like studying these women. I would go to their profiles and I would study their pages and like what they wear. I knew when they had met up. So I watched their videos of them having sex. So I would try to imitate that and recreate that in our relationships so that he could choose me and want me. And that is a low point to be. And I'm tearing up a little bit because I hate that I even got to a point where that was a thing, but that it was just that. And so I knew several other women's bodies better than I knew my own. Completely lost myself. I became a shell of myself. I tried to imitate their hair, their actions, even sexual.
What did that do to you?
So that is the aftermath of of them going through divorce. Some other things I didn't mention is when he wanted the divorce, he called her and they were in the same house. He was upstairs, she was downstairs, and this is from that longer podcast that she was on. And he texted her, "I want to get a divorce," and like she caught him cheating one time and then brought her on social media to do like this apology. And then only reason why I'm bringing this up is we just have to be careful of like what we're advising. Where like mistakes are different, right? But like this is blatant like emotional manipulation.
Yeah. Can I? So you told me about the guy earlier, so I did a little research myself. Still making videos, by the way. Still getting a lot of views, and I read some of the comments and paused. Like people are fans of him still. But for what I found interesting is if you go down his feed a little bit, what you find is he definitely plays this character. He's the opposite of an Andrew Tate. Essentially, he is a white knight. He is hating on men, saying men need to do better. Men are this, men are that. If you look at the comments, it's all women be like, yes, king, yes, you're right, yes, all this. But then I looked into that case, and it turns out he cheated on her with like 100 different women. Like he did all this stuff with part of the divorce. To me, what it seems like is he's just playing a character to get women. He's playing the white knight to then manipulate women into his own way. To me, he is a fraud. He is not a real man. The way he is shitting on men, he is the female fantasy, I guess you could say in a way. But really, he's using it as like a manipulation tactic.
So I think we go back to like, how do we get away from selling love, right? I think this is like a pure form of selling love and what love looks like. How do we get away from this and actually just express love in a way that is tasteful, but also in a way that's true and genuine and honest and open? Because I think for me, that's where those conversations get lost, right? Like if I have to go sell an image and sell something, sell this is what love is, I really don't know what love is. I shouldn't have to sell it because I know. And I can express that in a way that's not selling it. I don't know. I just feel like when you go and shit on men about this and men aren't doing this right and men ain't doing that right and this and that, like you're trying to put yourself up, like you're saying, like to be the white knight, but you're also trying to sell what love looks like. And everybody's love don't look the same. Love is unique in itself because it's individualized. How I love is going to be different than how someone else loves. But I think that's the importance of understanding yourself.
You guys know that classic phrase of like, oh, if I could bottle up that feeling and sell it, I'd be a billionaire.
Yep.
I think that's what selling love is, man. It's selling that idea. Yep. And that's why it sells.
Absolutely.
Even if it's just snake oil.
That's real.
1000%. I'm actually both said really interesting things. I'm like, that's an entire podcast in itself. Like what both of you are saying, I'm like, damn, I have to write some of those things down. I agree with you both, like so heavily where like it's like when we get on these mics, I feel like of course we're gonna have fun, we're gonna be funny. I also think we have a responsibility for like if Cost says something wild, right? He's like, oh, I think the earth is flat. We're like, I'm not really going to like challenge him on that, but like we're also gonna be like, all right, let's have some facts. All right. Are we doing all facts, no feelings? Like, or like I feel like if you want to talk about like just like your pure feelings or if this is how my relationship is, how I operate it, I feel like that's fine. But when we talk about our society as a whole, I think there has to be an air of responsibility where a lot of people want monogamous relationships. A lot of people want to build families, and when you go to the movies, you want to be entertained. When you go to the doctor, you want to be helped. When you go to a therapist, you're seeking help. And my thing is, when people are looking at these self-help coaches or gurus, things like that, these people are coming at you for help. Where like, once again, Derrick Jaxn, you're taking my money, but bigger piece and bigger portion of it is like, I think it's more disgusting just hearing just like you put a past person through that, where I'm like, you were that hurt where you would do that to someone else. We're like, just breaking that down. You've made your partner, not in a monogamous relationship, not in a poly relationship, watch a sex tape so she can learn how to have sex with you. That shit is crazy. Like in my rightest mind, I'm like, how could I pull that off? Is that crazy?
My thing to that, even in that scenario, right? If you feel like this person isn't fulfilling a void for you, why stay with this person? Like it's that simple, and it's to drag a person along and to almost feed off of them like a vampire.
Power.
Just continue to just feed off this person and feed your ego and feed my image and feed this. This is my beautiful wife. You know, she so this and so that. It's my beautiful wife, as you're fucking on 100 different women, talking about how beautiful your wife is, and the same extent you making her do these things to make her look like these 100 women that you've been fucking on. Just break up with her. Obviously, she's not beautiful to you if you're making her change who she is to become something else. That's not beauty. And I was gonna say a quote earlier is like they talk about like men and women both. They talk about, you know, I'm real, I'm real, I'm real, but then wear fake Gucci, fake Louis, fake this, and get fake implants and fake that. Like you can't surround yourself with fakeness and call yourself real. Like, and I think that is where we're in a society. It's like fake it till you make it, but you can't say you're real if you're trying to fake it till you make it. That doesn't make sense to me. So, yeah.
You know, I didn't want to spend too much time on it too much. But fuck Derrick Jaxn.
You mad rat bastard.
Exactly. And yeah, fuck Derrick Jaxn. I'll say that. He's a disgusting
Fuck
person.
him.
Because I actually put this on the same level of what what's her name? Not Remy Ma. DC Young Fly's wife died.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Fact Dragon. What is DC Young? What's her name? She like it's a
Girlfriend.
black woman. She's
Jackie O.
Jackie O. She passed. R.I.P. This black woman spit in some guy's face. It's like a famous guy. And she said something about Jackie. It's on the tip of my tongue. Fact Dragon, save me.
He's looking.
I don't know. I don't know what you
I don't know what you're talking about either.
trying to bring into.
Oh, we're figuring that out.
Yeah. Almost about to wrap it up.
Yeah, why not?
No, it's definitely about that time.
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to figure out. No, this is gonna bother me. It's gonna bother
What
me.
did I do?
I think I'll just speak into just like
I'm gonna find it.
verbalizing inconsistencies in society.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we as men have to do better. And speaking as a man, I can't speak for women. We have to do better on our part when it comes to just how we carry ourselves and what we do and what we talk about, how we say it. And I think we do a great job on this show of keeping each other accountable about what we're saying.
100%.
And at the end of the day, I think that accountability becomes important, especially when you are preaching, quote unquote, or speaking to an audience. Accountability becomes very important. So,
Okay, now noise. Azealia Banks.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
What'd she say?
she made fun of Jackie, the passing of Jackie, because she went to like get like a BBL surgery.
Oh yeah.
And she was like ha 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 or some shit like that, you know. And I was like, damn, that's fucked up. So like I put that shit with Derrick Jaxn on the same level as that, just like wicked person. That's what I was trying to say. Disgusting. When you purposely go out of the way to really hurt somebody, especially when they're down. Because I'll be honest, I believe Derrick Jaxn knew what type of woman he had. But y'all, you know, I'll just say this. Welcome to the new season. Bigger, badder,
Faster.
sexier. Lots of changes on the way. Lots of positive changes.
this will be over by the time you see this, but Black Rodeo, Juneteenth, coming to the convention center. Not the convention center.
Motor Center?
Expo Center.
Expo Center.
Expo Center.
Black Rodeo.
Yeah, it's called 8 Seconds. It's a southern rodeo show that began to get popular through a videographer. He began to record it, and I think they're actually from Portland. And it blew up. Yeah. Yeah, Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's how I found out about it. But
Shout out to
shout out
opening
Aaron
presents.
Robinson. Shout out Aaron Robinson, man. You put it on the map for me. And they're here in Portland. They'll be here all weekend doing a rodeo show. It is one of the first Black rodeo shows that we've had on the West Coast. So it's something that I think hopefully you went. By the time you see this, it already happened. But it seems like it's gonna be pretty dope. It's all Black folks riding Old Country Way. So
You guys ever been to a rodeo?
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
You haven't? They're
Yeah.
fun. They're really fun.
Have you been to the Roundup Pendleton? Been to that
I've
one?
been out to Pendleton. I've been to the St. Paul rodeo.
Okay.
And then this weekend coming back from Bend, I got to see the Sisters rodeo as well.
Cultured.
Rodeos are fun.
They are. They're super dope. Different, but they're fun.
Yeah.
You got boots and hat.
Lot of white women. A lot of pogs.
You out there gonna scoop one of them up?
I don't know.
You gonna get
They're
you
into
one of them?
they're into trucks.
You
That's
want
all.
so you gonna get you a
Muddy.
little snow
Mud and ATV.
Yeah, you got it.
No. Been there, done that. Not a fan
Damn.
with those type of women. But
Dr.
I'm good.
Umar, we will accept him, or I don't know. You hear this? He's building an application.
Shout out Black Rodeo.
8 seconds. That's what it's called. 8 seconds.
All right. If you like what we're doing, like, comment, subscribe. New things on the way. Please stay glued to our Instagram. Jesus Christ. Fuck. Wow.
Damn, bro. Andrew's packing.
Whoa. We were just talking about this pause, but damn. Oh shit.
is going on?
Yo, the rafters, the backstreet credits are getting wild. Oh, I'm not even gonna say
sick.
what I just saw.
That was
All right.
sick.
If you like what we're doing, like, comment, subscribe. If you want to help us out, $ Hero Bazab, all that in the description. Oh shit, we out.
Probably wondering if I think of you. Sorry, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, I'm for the bag right now. Yeah, for the bag that I never had. Yeah, you probably mad right now. Yeah, I got a 2-piece now. But shit, I think they call them groupies now.